So I can explain things on the human level, on the relative level, and they maybe can be quite accurate concepts about the psychology of the human, or the way the human's set up, or the way we interact, or relationships, etc. But ultimately, it's a mystery. We can say things about our behaviors, about the planet, about things we see, but why it's happening and how it's happening is a total and utter mystery. We don't know. We don't know why the sun gets up every day. We don't know why the eyes see, or the ears hear, why the phone rings. We can talk about things in time, but actually why it's happening is always going to be a total and utter mystery. It's even really beyond our word mystery. It's beyond anything that we can possibly think about. It's a happening, and that's as far as we can go on the absolute level. It's a happening, and it's experiencing itself right here, right now. Life is experiencing itself through human form, through this humanness. And everything the human sees, so all the 8 billion humans are on this planet, all have a unique view of this world. Everybody's world is different. It's not that we all have the same world. There isn't a fixed world. The brain has an interpretation of the world. And so the brain is a hologram. It projects the distance, the space, the colours, and a different brain would see it differently. And we don't even know if the stuff that we see is fixed or not, if it's actually there or not. What we know is that we can never, on the human level, experience outside of our brain. We can't see outside of what our brain projects. We can say that it will be different, so I will see black differently to the next person. I will experience love differently to the next person, so everybody's world is different. Whether it's the brain that's producing the whole world, or whether there's actually things here that the brain is interpreting, we don't know. We can't determine that. We can't step outside of these human bodies and do that experiment. Scientists have all these different theories, but we don't know how that's happening. One thing that we do know, when we come back to our very direct experience, is that nothing is separate. And that it's not the brain that's experiencing. The brain is interpreting this world, but the brain isn't experiencing this world. There is something prior to the brain which is experiencing this brain and the world, and it's also not prior, it's everywhere and everything. That something that's experiencing is in everything. That consciousness is in everything. And that's the direct experience, when you stop getting caught up in you and your problems and what you want to do and where you want to go and what you want to be. When there stops being so much attention put onto you, then that can be seen. That the brain and the body never experienced a thing. There's something prior to that that experienced this life. And the experiencer is not a thing and everything, and it's in every experience. It is always. And that is still, and everything is moving in that stillness. We as humans, we think that we live in this body, and this body is experiencing, and everywhere we go, we're taking that experiencer. Whereas really the body and the sensations and the world are coming and going in the experiencer, and the experiencer is still and always present and never moves, even though it seems like it moves, because the personal attention moves. So the attention can be on the computer and can be on the ceiling, can be here and there, but that consciousness that recognizes that movement never moves, is always here, is still and in movement, is empty and all things.